Hello everybody, it is Joe here from Final Riff. Today I'm going to be doing a video on how I personally walk myself through, more challenging riffs and new songs. When I want to learn something new, even if it's something as simple as Cold Sweat, which is a cover song that Megadeth did of originally a Thin Lizzy song. Not super experienced with this song, as you can see by my few mistakes, but that song is something that seems super simple on paper. And I can walk you guys through this and teach you guys how to play that today, but I'm going to show you that there's a little bit more complexity than that meets the eye. So first things first, if you're going to be learning new songs, especially if you're trying to try and push yourself beyond, over the hill, beyond where you're currently at. Even if it's learning your first solo, learning your first complex song, or even learning your first song beyond Smoke on the Water, or even learning Smoke on the Water for that matter, believe in yourself. You can do this. The guitar is not necessarily the easiest instrument. It's not necessarily the hardest, and what it definitely most certainly is impossible. It is never going to be impossible, and if you have enough time, dedication, and enough willingness to fail, that's a big part. You got to learn how to fail. If you want to be good at guitar, you got to know how to fail, because you got to fail to succeed when it comes to this instrument. But yeah, no, if you believe in yourself, which if you're watching this video, you're already looking for ways to better yourself. So hey, you got this. I believe in you. I'm sure, every other guitarist that was once in your point believes in you, because they too got past it. So number 2, you got to learn patience. Patience is a virtue, especially in music. Some things come naturally to people. Some things don't. It's as simple as that. I don't have any magical words of wisdom that are going to be like, hey, do this for 5 minutes every day and you will become the next Jimmy Page, and you will make James Hetfield cry because how good your downpicking has got. No, that's not how the instrument works. It comes naturally to some people, it doesn't for others, and what you can't make up for in natural talent, you can make up for in brute forcing it with effort and skill. And also, before you think, well, it's a lot easier for you to say, you're much better. Go in any one of my comment sections, there's going to be someone who's like, hey, this is wrong, or you should be doing it like this, not like that, and then you're too stiff, you're too that. I'm a beginner too. As far as I'm concerned, I'm still a beginner. I can play some Megadeth songs, but by no means am I that good. Ignore the fact that I'm recording music. Just disregard that fact entirely. Take that, here's that fact, out the window. Doesn't exist. So yeah, also, check out my band, Disciples of the Fallen. Hopefully the music will be live soon. We're on Instagram. Yo, who said that? That's crazy. Who said that? No, but back into the actual content of today's video. I hope I remembered. If I didn't remember, shout out the Octrain Main 217 for asking me to make this video. I completely forgot whether or not I actually gave him a shout out. So either he got 1 or he got 2. One or the other. And thank you to everyone who is in my comment section. Back on track. So, step 3, after you have been patient with yourself and you have decided that you learn a new riff, step 3, set an expectation for yourself, and a realistic one at that. Say you're going to be going like, hey, I want to learn Tornado of Souls, but this is like the 5th song I'm learning in guitar. Don't learn Tornado of Souls full speed. Learn it at half speed, because, if you just go, all right, cool. And then boom, you've now learned the song you wanted to play, and you've given yourself a baseline for your next goal, which can be get it up to 100% speed, which is going to segue perfectly into my next piece of information. Number 4. That's a 3. Number 4. Speed is not the thing you want to focus on first. Memorization is. Memorize all the notes. You should be able to play whether it's half speed, 75%, any number that you pick, you should be able to play it front to back without forgetting the notes. Hitting a wrong note, different. But knowing every single note that's coming up next in sequence should be the first thing that you want to do. So we're going to use Cold Sweat, like I said, as an example. So Cold Sweat's pretty simple. We're going to start off with a palm muted open chord, low E string. And then we're literally going to hammer on an entire 2/4 power chord, 2 on the low E and 4 on the A. So we got... Congrats, cool. That's that first piece down. Now we're taking it off, we're open again. So we got... I spoiled it. And then we're going right back into that power chord. So we have open, hammer on, open, same chord, open, open on the A, and then second fret D, and then that same chord just moved up a string, so two on the A, 4 on the D, and then all together it's gonna sound like... Because the second riff is the exact same thing, but rather than use and invert it, so it's... If I know how to play the guitar, that'd be helpful. So now I've taught you a little riff, and I've given you the first 4 steps of learning it. Number 5 is repetition. You want to do this stuff hundreds of times. Maybe not hundreds, but you want to continue to just grind away at it. Sit down for 15 minutes and just chunk it up. Pick this riff. So say we're working with Tornado of Souls. We're just going to do... And then if you want to add another one, you go... And congratulations, now you've created the blueprints for how you're going to keep learning. So yeah, in 5 steps, it's pretty much all of the stuff that I particularly do that is specific and special to me. It's not special to me, I'm lying. That's what every guitar player is going to tell you to do. But no, just repetition, patience, knowing where you're at, knowing when to push yourself, setting realistic goals, and memorizing the piece that you're working with. All of those put together are going to make you be able to conquer any mountain in life, really. Because if you just know where you're at, know how to push yourself, and know how to set realistic goals, you can accomplish a lot of things. A couple little more things. I know this video is extremely just randomly paced and not great. I'm not a guitar teacher. This is why I don't teach guitar, but I'm trying to show you guys. I want you guys to know that I'm listening to you. And that I care, so that's why we're doing that. You can see that I have a YouTube tutorial on how to mix drums and make MIDI drums because I don't have a drummer. Words and stuff. I know this wasn't a great tutorial, but this is just a way to view into how I do it. So how I do it is literally just I believe in myself, I push myself, and I'm consistent because consistency will always beat spurts of motivation. My advice to you, if you really want to get good at the instrument and you truly love guitar, and this is something that you really want to do, and you really want to be a guitar player, more than anything, all you have to do is buy a guitar or pick one up and just play it every day. Work on a new skill, work on a new technique, work on a new scale, work on a new set of chords, work on a new song. Work on things that are going to continuously challenge you, expand your repertoire, and expand your understanding of the instrument and music as a whole, and you will become better at the instrument. Hands down, no ifs, ands, or buts. There's no magical 5-minute exercise that will make you the next James Hetfield in a week, but consistency and putting in the hours and truly trying and doing all the effort, that is what's going to make you a phenomenal guitar player. That is all from me here at Final Riff. If you guys want to follow along, if you're not here from the series and you want to follow along, leave a subscription. You can watch me become a god and pay for this Mercedes using YouTube. So that is all for me, boys. Sayonara, rock on, and listen to more Megadeth.